Spider-Man. First off, can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment and really appreciate that my GOAT is the greatest of all time? He's the greatest superhero. He is number one, okay? Always has been, always will be. The motion that Spider-Man has is untouchable. You just can't. You can. I literally, and this one I did post on, so I can show you guys this. I literally was at my gym and I saw this. It's real quick. And well, look at this. So every other person, including myself, is wearing Spider-Man shirts. And yes, you guys, that is Spider-Man, I think, serving food at a restaurant. The Spider-Mania has gone critical. We have hit levels of Spider-Man love that you would only see, ironically, in films. Where I think we're gonna have a real Spider-Man parade. Obviously, it's my boy's birthday too, my GOAT's birthday, right? But I just want to say something. As a diehard, as a day one, the way I feel right now, I feel like Gojo when he first learned reverse curse technique. Okay, like that's how I feel. I feel like I alone am the honored one. We all love Spider-Man. Yes, we all love Spider-Man. We all love Spider-Man. So much so that the numbers that Spider-Man is doing right now literally has not been done before. Like has not been done. I'm not even speaking hyperbole. This just never happened. Literally, Spider-Man Brand New Day sets all-time first day high. What's happening? Why is it flashing back and forth? Spider-Man breaks box office records with bigger opening day than Avengers Endgame. Is Spider-Man outpacing Odyssey? Easy. And I love the Odyssey. Tom Holland is stacking up wins today. But just to put this in perspective, this movie's been available officially, like for everyone, for one day. This came out yesterday. It's been 24 hours. In 24 hours, it has a bigger box office than Avengers Endgame. Endgame. He is bigger than the system, okay? He is bigger than the system. This is like it made $72 million just from early preview screenings. So like Thursday night viewings, it made 72. It hit almost 100. It hit 100 mil. Its first Friday, including pre. Like it's expected to make at least 850 million overseas in its first 5 days. Like this shit is going to go. I don't even know, dog. Like I literally can't even explain the phenomenon what's happening here. This might be the first 2 Billy like film. Like this is. And listen, I'm not like super into like box office numbers. I don't give a shit about that. But like the numbers I was seeing for this, like the projected tracking was like 800 million opening weekend. Like my guy is built different. He is built different. I forget, was there an anti-Wilpigate for Spider-Man? Probably, but I don't care. They have nothing on this. So, and the reason why I want to talk about from this perspective first is because so many people, I'll get to worldwide in a second, but so many people have always been regurgitating this whole, we have superhero fatigue. It's superhero fatigue. And I have said this, and I know I have gone on record to say this. There is no such thing as film genre fatigue. People just want good films. That's always been the case. No one's ever said, oh man, we just have like horror movie fatigue. We just have like our animated film fatigue. No, we've just had lower quality films. And to be really real, Marvel has been turning it around, in my estimations, since I would say like, what, Thunderbolts? I think Thunderbolts is good. Fantastic Four is pretty decent. And this is obviously blowing out the water. But they are finally starting to understand that they need to put out quality. No more quantity. You need to put out quality stuff. People will respond well to quality things. And by quality, I don't mean all these things are going to like win Oscars or anything like that, or even make like $100 billion, but quality films. Obsession, Backrooms, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. People are coming out for quality films. And obviously the word of mouth is helping. And I will get to Marvel's bullshit afterwards, but I'm doing a sandwich first. Will be the praise and then me being upset. But the notion of superhero fatigue when Superman made over $800 million, when the Batman was a huge success, and now this, again, there is no such thing as genre fatigue. You just make good films. Like, imagine if, for example, people were like, we just have epic movie fatigue. Oh, so The Odyssey, no one watched that? You don't have fatigue for the genre. What you're trying to articulate is quality. You've been fire hosed with content. Everything's been content driven for the past like 5-6 years. And I really do put the blames at the foot of Netflix, but everything is so content. Who cares about quality? Let's just put all the shit out here. Let's just stuff all these films with stuff. Let's just put everything out all the time. Just blast it with content. And so then you start conditioning an audience to just view everything as content. Content should be digested quickly and at your leisure. There is no more appointments. We used to have like appointment TV, right? Appointment films. Like you have to see this in theaters before it becomes on digital. Especially now because digital is coming out like a week after movies release in theaters. But I think The Odyssey and Spider-Man are showing not just audiences, but executives, these studios, that they don't have to do that. Let this shit run in theaters as long as humanly possible. Let people experience this as the creators intended. Look at the return you're getting. Again, not every film is going to make $1 billion, but look at the social credit you are building. This movie, I saw this shit yesterday, and because I had to, because I knew it was going to be spoiled online, and lo and behold, it is. But the way people are talking right now, you would think only 2 films came out, Odyssey and Spider-Man. That's good word of mouth. This is what happens when you actually give a shit about the quality of what you're putting out and not just fire hosing content. Like, this is what film is. This is what good film does. It connects people. You put it in the zeitgeist. People are talking about it. People are dressing up at 109 degrees. By the way, yes, it was 109 degrees today over here. And they're still coming out to watch Spider-Man. My theater has been packed. Nonstop. It's been nonstop packed. I'm so sorry if you guys have not watched Spider-Man yet, because you're going to get spoiled. Not by me, but if you stay on the internet, you're going to get spoiled. This film, to me, is the best Spider-Man film. Am I in Tucson? No, I'm in SoCal, baby. But this film is the best Spider-Man film. And I know it's blasphemous to say, because people will always bring up Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. I've seen all the Spider-Man films, okay? In theaters. And I had the original box set for the DVDs for Spider-Man 1, 2, and unfortunately, third one. I am confidently saying, to me, this is the most Spider-Man 2 of Spider-Man, okay? And part of it is, and it's not a diss to Sam's film or to Mark Webb's films, which also not a diss to Toby and not a diss to Andrew, but this Spider-Man is actually in a universe where he can interact with other people, right? So that's one big benefit. But beyond that, this Peter feels like Spider-Man. The world feels lived in. It feels like it's finally shed the Iron Man is the only hero that matters stink, right? Like, now we know my boy, like I've always said, has had the motion forever, but now everyone and their mama knows, right? So this film's entire thing Don't watch Jinka's review. It was for the movie. I'm not gonna watch Jinka's review. He fucking sucks. He always spoils everything anyways. But this film just does so much right. I'm not even upset in how they adapted the other storyline. Cause like this is a better Brand New Day than the comic book one, okay? The comic book Brand New Day is the aftermath of the One More Day storyline in which Peter Parker sacrifices his marriage to MJ to Mephisto to save Aunt May. This Peter Parker is at least able to handle the passing of Aunt May. Kong Peter Parker literally got rid of 20 years of marriage. I know that was an editorial decision, but got rid of 20 years of marriage. Now, did they do something like that in the last film? Yes, right? But I'm not mad at these adaptations because I think they're taking good liberties with this. I also like the fact that like this Spider-Man isn't, how do I put this? This is one of the complaints I've seen people have, which is starting to piss me off. I have never been a fan of Spider-Man because he was like one paycheck away from being fired or from being homeless. There are people online right now acting like, because they can't nitpick this film, because this film's really good. It's a fun film. It's great Spider-Man action. It's just a good film. And they can't nitpick it. So they're trying to be like, oh, well, how come Spider-Man has lives in an apartment and has technology and has a treadmill and all this stuff? Wouldn't that cost like $1 billion? And I'm like, are we being serious right now? Marvel's giving you primo Spider-Man. They are giving you peak Spider-Man, and then people are saying shit like this. This is just the most corporate Spider-Man iteration there is. Broke, rock bottom, but living in a big ass loft with high-tech machinery that could feed a family of 6 for weeks. Toby was a working photographer delivering pizzas and still couldn't make rent. This right here is the dumbest argument in the world to make. And not even speaking about it from the MCU standpoint, just in general. If we were to talk about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, when does his inability to make money factor into any of the films? When has that been shown to have a negative, detrimental effect in the films? When? Not in the first movie. And they're talking about delivered pizzas for the second movie. He delivered pizzas for one scene, got fired, never heard of him again. And it wasn't like Peter Parker was out on the streets. It wasn't like Spider-Man couldn't eat. Third movie, same situation. None of these films have ever been like, Spider-Man is destitute. And that's why he needs to take all these odd jobs. And this is going to factor in. Because the comics don't even do that. Spider-Man, the perception Spider-Man's gotten because of the Raimi films is to me, it's the equivalent of people's perception of Superman because of like Injustice and the Snyderverse, where it's like they believe these characters have always been this way. I'm like, that's not been the case. Spider-Man hasn't been like that in literal decades. Literally. If he loses a job, he immediately has a roommate who will cover him, and they might complain, but it will never be a storyline. It will never be important, because Marvel has always used Spider-Man's brokenness as a relatability point, but never as a serious character trait. Like, never. That's never been the case. There is not a single Spider-Man storyline in which him being unable to make rent is significant. It's just a throwaway thing. And it makes sense because he's friends with Tony Stark, Captain America, Fantastic Four. They're not going to let Spider-Man be homeless in the comics. You know what I mean? So even his struggle isn't even a real struggle, because at any given moment, Harry can give him money, Tony Stark can give him money, T'Challa can help him out. Like, so many people can help him out. And so many people have helped him out. So like to have this be like a point of contention is so stupid to me. And I know I'm going on a tangent. I'm so sorry. But this shit pisses me off, because that's not what Spider-Man's about. Him being broke is not part of his character. Iron Man being rich is part of his character. Spider-Man being broke is not part of his character. His character is, with great power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man is basically the embodiment of the indomitable human spirit. And then going into just in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's a billion reasons why he wouldn't be on the streets. Tony Stark's money, right? Even if people don't remember who Peter Parker is, Tony Stark still probably gave him money. Aunt May's life insurance probably still kicked in. They might just not know who Peter is, but like he still has access to that. And if you remember in Civil War, they established that he would go dumpster diving for technology and then repurpose it. So that could be another reason why he stays afloat. A small little baby spoiler here for Brand New Day. But it's established that this is Spider-Man 4 years after the ending of Far From Home or No Way Home. So in a 4-year span, these people are upset that Spider-Man, he's in a loft. He's not in a loft. He is in an attic that was basically given to him because it has asbestos. No one wanted to live up there. No one goes up there. They were literally using that space as extra storage. And then within a 4-year time period, Spider-Man has a treadmill and 2 computers. It's been 4 years because the end of obviously one more day. At the end of Far From Home, they are trying to go to college, MIT. Beginning of this film, Peter's watching his friend saying first semester, and then a montage happened. Then they go last semester. We're graduating in a month. Typical college. That's 4 years. So he's been doing this shit by himself for 4 years. You don't think within a 4-year time period, when he's just focusing on being Spider-Man, he could get this shit done? He could, again, going back to the Raimi stuff, that Spider-Man had an apartment, right? He had an apartment that he was always threatened to be evicted from, but he always has an apartment. So why can't this Peter have an apartment within 4 years? Like the shit that they want to focus on, like this makes no sense. You guys are now wanting to get into like the realities in a superhero film about where they live. Captain America said he couldn't afford to live in Brooklyn, yet he still stayed. Should we dive into that little conspiracy? How can Captain America afford to live somewhere? How can I don't know, what's his name? Red Guardian and his shitty limo service. Like there's so many things you people don't care about because you're watching a superhero movie. This doesn't matter. Not to mention that New York has been attacked and demolished like 80 times. I'm sure shit's dirt cheap over there, actually. I'm sorry. Was there not just an alien invasion? Like, do you don't think that might lower the property value of things a little bit? Like, it's so insane to me. They are giving you a great film. And finally, this Spider-Man really leans into being a genius because that's who Spider-Man also is. Peter Parker is a genius. He is a genius. At age 15, he created his web fluid, which has the tensile strength of like steel cables, but the flexibility of like rubber. There was a comic book where Iron Man was like, if you were to sell this, you would make like billions of dollars. Like Peter Parker's a genius. And this movie shows he's a genius. How he's able to engineer all these things and create all these things, right? Like, don't forget about the blip. Yeah, the blip too. Like so many things happen. I'm like, if you want to do this whole conspiracy theory rabbit hole of the realism in this film, you can just be like, okay, property values have gone down because of the blip and because of Thanos destroying half the galaxy and all that stuff. Like there's so many reasons to talk about that. But this is who Spider-Man is. Spider-Man is a person who takes on great responsibility, often at great personal cost, and is a genius, and he's quippy as hell. And we got all of that shit and more in this movie. They even went the extra length and gave us like the montage of classic comic book covers reimagined. They actually make him feel like he has his own rogues gallery. Because again, this has been 4 years. So he goes against like Tombstone. He goes against, and he tried to sell it but couldn't because dissolve. Oh, he could fix it, but he just chooses not to. But this is a lived-in movie. And I love that. They don't have to explain every single little thing. And by the way, I saw some reviews mention this, and I agree with this. goddamn, him and the Punisher have the greatest chemistry. Like, legitimately, my favorite parts of the movie were him and Punisher. And Peter Parker is Spider-Man a lot in this movie. Not like it's almost to the level of how Robert Pattinson was like in the Batman suit for like 90% of the film. Peter Parker's in this suit for like 9% of the film. And they finally give you real reasons as to why he takes his mask off. And I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's not just I'm an actor and I'm the lead and you have to see my face. They're like, no, here's an actual, real, legitimate reason why your mask has to come off, especially because his whole thing is the mask stays on. Like, it's so fucking good. And yes, if you've played the Insomniac Spider-Man games, the way he was moving in this movie, you guys, listen. All I'm saying is there's a live action Naruto movie being made by the same director, Destin Daniel Cretton, who also did Shang-Chi. And if it, and he did Wonder Woman. Give this man the keys. Give this man the keys. Give him the keys. He has the sauce. He knows what he's doing. He has the sauce. He knows what he's doing. Like, it's so, oh God, it's so good. There's even just shots in this movie where I'm like, I am retroactively joining the we have to pitchfork John Watts. I'm sorry. There are shit that happened in this movie where I'm like, I didn't know you could do this in a Spider-Man film. And even some of the shot selection feels like an homage to other Spider-Man films. Like, there was a part where we've seen the trailers where Spider-Man's almost like doing a first-person web swinging. I'm like, that's very, very Amazing Spider-Man, right? But then they transition to like this over-the-camera shot. And I'm like, I feel like I'm transitioning in a video game. And I'm just playing Spider-Man 2, like literally 5 minutes ago. But I feel like I was playing a video in the best way possible. They just get so much right. And I won't, again, like I said, this won't be like full of spoilers. I might do like an actual like spoiler talk review later on when like it's been out long enough, but because I don't want to spoil this to people. But my God, have they finally decided to let Spider-Man off the chain, dog? And it is it's pure joy. Even the music, there's something so beautiful about having the same composer work over multiple films, because then you start to get these motifs. And it's just like the main theme of this film is so beautiful. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good, dude. Like, this is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man. Tom Holland being Spider, like, this is, yes, he's the best one. He's the best one. He nailed it. He got it. He understands Peter Parker. He gets it. He gets it. The entire film, I'm just like, this is Peter Parker. He has the Parker luck. People are so happy when they're like, he's depressed. He is depressed, but like, oh God, he's still just, even through all of his own shit, he is still doing his best. He is still trying to make things right. Like, that's what I've always loved about Spider-Man. I'm 36 years old. I've been a Spider-Man fan since I could form memories, okay? I've always loved Spider-Man. And one of the core things I love about him is no matter how bad things get, he always strives to just be better. Damn, so that's Toby's no longer king? He's not the king. I'm not sorry to say that. He's not the king. Because this version of Spider-Man feels like Spider-Man. Like, this is the one who I'm like, no matter what happens, this is my guy. Because he, more than any of them, demonstrates that indomitable human spirit. Like, he just gets it. And it just comes off so naturally. And so many awful things happen to this man. Like, if you look at his run as Spider-Man, he's had it the worst by far, right? His first girlfriend, your dad's the Vulture. Oh, and then he finally confesses his feelings to his next girlfriend. Oh, and then Mysterio fucking frames you for murder. And then the whole world knows you're Spider-Man and your life is terrible. And now everyone's forgotten who you were and your life is terrible. And then you've been living terribly for 4 years. Oh, also your aunt died because of one of the villains you tried to help. And you're all alone now. Like, you're all alone. There is no Aunt May. There's no Uncle Ben. There's no Tony Stark, who also died in your universe and who was like a mentor to you. There's no one for you. There's literally no one for Spider-Man. He's nobody. And that's going into the fourth movie. Like, which is why a large percentage of this movie is about, this is also not a spoiler because it's very natural narratives, is about him reconnecting with people, right? Because he tried to do the solo dolo thing, but then this is how about him like reconnecting, because he was very childish in his response to just shut everyone out to keep him safe. And then he has to learn the hard way. Like, that's not going to work. And that's another thing I like about this so much, is even though he's an adult, he doesn't stop evolving. Because as people, we don't stop evolving because we're older. We may have better cope mechanisms, or we might be able to handle things better, but we're always evolving. You should be always evolving as a person. And yes, he also evolves in a much more literal sense. But this movie also does such a good job with having multiple characters in it and not feeling like it's just some overstuffed film. Like Spider-Man 3, with just the addition of 2 more characters, felt like it was too much. Venom, Sandman, New Goblin being in a character who already exists in the form of Harry Osborn, but like Venom and Sandman, that shit felt so distracting. And then you go to Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they, you know what the hell they were doing. They were trying to drop in Easter eggs on top of Easter eggs. Here's a weird guy in a hat walking through a room, but look, it's vulture wings. Look, it's octopus arms. Look, we're gonna do the Sinister Six. We're building towards that. Oh, also, Electro's the bad guy. And then, oh, look, Harry's here, and look, Gwen Stacy's dead. And it's like, oh my God, we're doing everything at once. And this film was like, we're gonna let shit breathe. Like, yeah, Scorpion's in this film, but it's done in a way where it's like, doesn't get in the way. It just doesn't get in the way. Tombstone doesn't get in the way. The Hand doesn't get in the way. Like, a lot of people, Punisher is a great addition. The Hulk too. Like, the way they utilize these characters also, it plays to everyone's strengths. Like Punisher being in a PG-13 movie, I didn't think it could work, and it feels like he's exactly the same person. Like, he feels exactly the same. Which, again, just a testament to both John and the director, because this could have easily been like I think he used the allotted amount of as 4-letter words, this, because he was cussing up a storm, but also it felt like Frank. And I love his relationship with Peter so much. Oh my God. Like, it's so hard not to spoil this movie. People were complaining because he was too soft with Spider-Man. Yeah, see, and that's the thing too. Frank Castle, as a character, I think it's a lot of misconceptions about them, because people just look at my Punisher kills bad guys. Like, yes, but you need to understand why he does what he does, right? He lost his, which they talk about in the film, he lost his family, right? So young kids, wives, innocents, he doesn't try to hurt those people. Spider-Man gets in his nerves, but Spider-Man is effectively a kid to him. Maybe even like somewhat of a surrogate child. He's very different than Matt Murdock, who was a grown-ass adult. Like Spider-Man, even though he's an adult, he still has that youth to him. Matt Murdock doesn't. Like, it's completely different. It's It's like, again, like a father-son almost relationship. So it's like, of course he's going to be softer. Look at what Spider-Man does. He's like, oh, let's save these people. Let's do these things. And he's not doing it in a way that's like Daredevil, where he's like super, super preachy. He's just like, Frank, enough. And I love the dynamic so much. Honestly, I'm really glad to hear all that because I was very scared this movie was going to be overstuffed. No, it's not overstuffed. This is great. Spider-Man's been a big part of my growth, especially being autistic, being bullied, budget breakup. He's inspiration. Oh, he's my inspiration too. Spider-Man is like a son to me, as Frank would say. So he finally hate on Punisher because John playing. I honestly, dude, I'm at this point where I'm like, everyone hates on everything so much. There's so much. God, I feel like I'm a cliche, but there's so much negativity and hatred on this platform, in this planet, that like we just get sucked up into all this shit. And then it becomes like someone says this person's an X or a Y, and then that just becomes the story, and there's no evidence, there's no proof. Or it's like someone makes a mistake, a slip of the tongue, now they're the worst person ever. I'm like, man, like, and I get it coming from me, Mr. Woke, right? That it seems weird to say, but like, there has to be a limit. If you have to be able to enjoy some shit. So like people be like, oh, I hate this director and actor. It's like, why? It's like, because they were. It's like, shut up. I don't care, dog. I don't, man. I don't. Like, and I know a lot of people would just be like, oh, it's because they're Zionists. They're Zionists. They're Zionists. I'm like, I do not think people who were like, what happened October 7th was bad, whether they are Jewish or not, makes them a Zionist. There's more to it than that. That's the shit I hate too, by the way. People will be like, oh, you're a pro-Zionist because you said that you didn't like the fact that there were people being kidnapped on October 7th. It's like, dog, that doesn't make you a fucking Zionist. Am I anti-black because I don't like Candace Owens? Like, shut up. But yes, Spider-Man, just amazing. It's so good. And you said, should I gift a ticket to someone who hasn't watched? You know what? And this is why you guys gotta start following me on other platforms like my Instagram and Twitter, because I did gift somebody, actually, a ticket to watch Spider-Man for $5. I had a free T-Mobile perk, and they let you do $5 tickets. So I posted the code on my Twitter page, and I was like, hey, whoever wants it, there you go. I already bought my ticket. Here you go. It's $5. There you go. Essentially a free Spider-Man ticket right there. But you guys got to follow the socials. Otherwise, you'd never know. You'd never know. Use my gift for another ticket. Yeah, I have to figure out a way to give someone a Spider-Man ticket. Maybe I'll just buy it for them, the rental, go to a raffle, whatever. But yeah, like, this movie just has the sauce. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all I'm gonna say. This movie has the sauce. It has the sauce.